everyone. My name is Sofia Pusa, and I'm a graphic designer, illustrator, and art director. I come from Helsinki, Finland, which at the moment looks pretty much like this. So yeah, it is really dark. Maybe that's why I tend to create my own colorful world of illustrations and designs around me. This is from a previous project of mine called Digital Forest, and it was actually referenced by my client when he approached me with the project that I'm going to present to you today. So, the client is Sami Talberg, who is a Finnish author and chef, and he commissioned me to create a book design and 15 illustrations for his new book called The Wild Mushroom Cookbook. In Finland, the nature is not only wild, it's free. And basically the Finnish law states that everyone visiting or living in Finland has the right to explore the countryside and pick mushrooms and berries. So we call it the everyman's right, and it's a big part of our culture. However, Sami, my client, didn't wish for an ordinary cookbook, but the brief was that the book should be psychedelic, magical, and elegant. So the question for me was, how can I create a book design that meets the brief and reflects the character of my client, but still is approachable and does not scare off the potential buyer, ranging from health-aware millennials to maybe more conservative baby boomers. One solution was a strong use of color. And here are some photos of the book that actually just came fresh from print a few weeks ago. Since I do love bold colors, I'm used to clients asking me to tone down my color palettes every now and then. So when I sent the first draft to my clients, I was a bit afraid that he might say that the colors are a bit too much. But actually, his response was that this looks really gray and boring. Can you please add more color? So that's when I knew that I needed to step up my color game in the book, and well, here you can see the result. My aim was to choose colors that would look delicious and go well with the colors found in the mushroom photos and recipes. Every chapter has its own color combination, so I also used color to structure the book and guide the reader. In addition to the recipes, there is a list of key features and a photo for identifying each mushroom. Since it was possible to identify each mushroom from the photograph, the illustrations could be more bold, unrealistic, and psychedelic, just as the client wished for. For me, it was really interesting to be the art director and illustrator at the same time. I kind of have to step outside my comfort zone as an illustrator and think about what kind of illustrator would I hire for the project, and then be that illustrator. The author talks a lot about the beefy texture of the mushrooms in the book, so I decided to combine 3D techniques with vector graphics to create a more beefy feel for the mushrooms. The photographs shot by Olga Poppius bring attention to the recipes and also make the food look delicious. Okay, I'm really nerdy about typefaces. I could talk about them forever, but for the sake of this presentation, I'm going to be really brief. So I used a narrow type palette to make the experience cohesive. OG typeface brings elegance to the cookbook, whereas Upperco adds a friendly and warm tone to the cookbook. I also use typography to mimic the shapes of the mushrooms, as for example here, with the mushrooms that look a bit like ping pong balls, and here with the vertical typography highlighting the long stem of the gypsy mushroom. And well, in the end, the client was really happy, and for me, maybe the best feedback was when I read an Instagram post where someone said that they were supposed to go to the bookstore to buy some post-it notes, but they ended up buying the book because it was so beautiful. Thank you for listening.
Super.